Welcome to another video. This project I've called The Barn. And yeah, start off getting the camera position and now building a very basic base model. The idea with this project is that I want to test out the grease pencil. So what I've done here is made a very basic, primitive, shape so that I can combine line art modifiers and the grease pencil in decorating it and adding all the cool stuff. The grease pencil object shows up wherever the origin of the cursor is, so that's why I set it in front of the house. And this is my just experimenting with the different brushes. And you can see I change angle out of the camera view because that's what gives the branches like multiple directions rather than just a flat 2D image. But then for the most part, because it's from the camera's point of view, that is where I reference the most. Now go on to drawing a fence, and after that I'm going to do sort of the details on the house. But you can see I'm reusing the assets that I've made. Lighting is there. Lighting is there to get an idea of what it would look like at the end when it's combined with the line art and all the light. And I had issues with getting the pen pressure that I was looking for. Sometimes it wouldn't draw a straight line if I wanted it to. It would just draw a dot, or it wouldn't do it with the pressure. It would just do a giant blob. That's why you saw me do a bunch of test scribbles on the house before I started doing the lines. I'm not entirely sure what causes that or how to fix it, but after some trial and error, it looked like it sorted itself out. This is the first time that I'm using the line art modifiers. No, not the line art modifier. This is the first time that I'm using the freestyle tool. I wanted some more in the foreground, so that's why I tried drawing this blade of grass. But now you can see again it's the issue with the pressure sensitivity. I just went by trial and error until I got it, and then adding just in the foreground the particle. Just in the foreground, adding the particle system, messing with the rotation. I'm sure there's a better way to do it. After I got that done, hit it from camera view, and focused on adding some more details. There on the roof, I'm going to do a corrugated iron, which I probably should have just left without beveling. I would have got more out of the line art modifier with it as just like the triangle shapes, but I don't know, it adds a bit more detail, makes the scene look a tiny bit more complex than just some boxes with triangles on top, which, you know, exactly what the scene is anyway. But yeah, that's not the point. Point is just, well, the point out of this video was to see what I could do with the line art modifier. And yeah, there with the the point of this video was to see what to do with the grease pencil, and the line art modifier is just there to sort of add value to it. Like there was somewhere I saw the Vulture from Spider-Verse, how they did that like beautiful 2D 3D blend, was also a mix of a lot of different layers of not only computer generated line art but also hand drawn, sort of like this, just I guess like the equivalent of grease pencil, but I think the program that they use is Maya. But yeah, adding a bit more to the foreground, and we are doing more darker lines, and yeah, everyone needs a scuffed looking door, so there it is. Tried seeing if it looked any different in cycles, but yeah, the Eevee render engine works just as well. Yeah, and here in Krita, I did a mist pass for the scene and a just regular Eevee render, and here in Krita I'm trying to like combine the two so that the further back the further back in the distance it goes, the lighter the black lines will show, so that it kind of gives them depth. But I couldn't really figure out how to do that in Krita, so jump back into Blender and mess with the compositing there. And yeah, what I got out of the Blender compositor was a bit closer to what I wanted. Only problem is that with the mist pass on top of the image, it turns all the colors that are black into transparent based on how far it is, so it kind of chops off the top half of the tree in the foreground. But yeah, to sort that out, you'll see now, I just got it on its own layer, and yeah, something I haven't explained here, every time I click render, or every time I go into Krita and use gradient maps, and it comes up with like pop-ups, the recorder, the thing that I'm using to record the screen, only shows the software that I'm using to screen record all of this. It only records the software that is open when the recording starts. So with any of the pop-ups or Google tabs, or like all the other stuff that I'm using as a reference, or the render that pops up as a new tab, none of that shows in the recording, which is kind of annoying, and not entirely sure how to fix that. I might have to use a different recording software, but yeah, not missing out on much. And yeah, here in Krita now I'm just trying to combine the tree in the foreground with the now misty Blender render that's been like composited in there, which I think works a lot better. It helps if all the modeling and line art and rendering and compositing can be done in one program, because then I don't have to keep jumping back and forth between them. But yeah, I don't know. I'm used to work with Photoshop a lot, and I think it's just what I'm more comfortable using. And it's not a whole lot of effort, just drag and drop the different renders and messing around with them, seeing what I can do. There is the gradient maps to like really push the contrast between the foreground and the sort of grays as it goes further back into the distance. Although I don't like what it did with the fences closest to the house, where they like sort of gray but then also still black. Not sure why that happened or how to fix it, but yeah, I think that looks nice as with the blue hue added to the mist pass, which I think was just done by cranking up the saturation. And yeah, on top of everything, I'm gonna add another I'm just gonna fill in with the blue, and then choose some like blending mode to make everything look more I don't know, like make it look like it fits better together. It doesn't make a huge difference, but I think it adds a tiny bit to the cold atmosphere that I was going for. And yeah, I think that is everything for this video. Moi blé, peace out, and see you next time.